Competency 8, last competency. This one is all about nonverbal support for presentation. So things like eye contact and gestures and expressiveness. And like we talked about in previous competencies, it's intercultural communication that is also applied to our communication always, right? So there may be cultural lenses that we're looking through that would affect the way that we present. And it also depends on occasion. So what's appropriate in one forum might not be appropriate in another, right? So just be aware of that. So eye contact, turning your head once in a while, looking at the audience, and it depends on if your audience is actually in front of you, present and live, or if they are broadcasting through video chat. So there are going to be a lot of different types of audiences, right? So what is appropriate for that audience? So it might not be that you can make direct eye contact with everybody, but if you're in front of a live audience, then you would turn and look once in a while at your audience. And not just down reading note cards. Remember, we talked about extemporaneous delivery, so prompting from your note cards. Let's continue on with Competency 8. So lectern use might not be applicable to all of you, but just know that a lectern is different than a podium. A podium is what you step up on. A lectern is what you set your notes on, and it establishes a formal occasion. So obviously you might not have a lectern at your home if you're broadcasting from home and recording your presentation. But if you have a desk or a stand, then you can always set your notes there. The idea is that your hands aren't being occupied or encumbered with these notes and that you're not waving them around. So if you happen to have something that can act as a lectern, or for some weird reason you have a lectern in your house, I mean, I guess I do, but no. But you would just use something else that can stand and act as a lectern. And you want to avoid pacing back and forth. So you are required to stand for presentations if you are able. If not, then you may sit. But otherwise, you are standing and avoiding wiggling or walking and pacing back and forth. Even on a stage in a live presentation, you would maybe stand in one section, address that audience, stand behind the lectern, address the other audience, the rest of the audience, and then move towards the other end of the stage based on your main point. So point one, you might talk to this audience, and then another section of the audience, but you wouldn't be continuously pacing. So there is a difference there. And it depends on audience size too. If you're in a smaller room or a conference room situation, then you wouldn't need to walk at all. And you can always stand to the side of a lectern and present that way too. Appearance depends on who your audience is. So you really want to think about, move myself up there, you really want to think about your audience and what their expectations are and the occasion. Okay, how formal is it? And really thinking about anything that's distracting, so no logos, and think about identity management, dress to impress. It puts us in the psychological mindset that we want to be formal and professional, so keep it formal and professional. And so we'll think about how do we do that? It puts you in that psychological state to do that too. So we're getting out of the everyday casual. So when we're presenting to people, whether it's a business situation or in the classroom or at City Hall, wherever it might be, then we're thinking about audience and putting ourselves in that psychological mindset to present formally, but also for the audience because there's trustworthiness and building that rapport with the audience, and so that they also believe your information. So think about that identity management. And then avoid any kind of distracting logos. Continuing on with Competency 8, other nonverbal aspects are gestures. So think about gestures. You can use your hands to tell a story. So for example, I might use illustrators. I might say the fish was this big, okay? Or the food guide pyramid suggests 2 fists together is a serving size. It's not really, don't quote me on that, I just made that up. But you can use your hands and gestures to help illustrate what you're saying, and it engages the audience. And also facial expressions, make sure that those are congruent. I have seen presentations where somebody is talking about something morbid like a car crash, and they're smiling as they're talking about it. So it comes across as very morbid. So think about what your face is telling the audience, and that it's congruent, it's somber when it needs to be somber, expressive when you're telling something joyful or fun. And that concludes the 8 competencies. Thank you so much, everyone.